Greetings folks, and I hope you're all happy and healthy wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Hot Toys figure. Just a matter of hours ago these pictures were put up and this figure was announced. And it's another James Bond figure. Now, regulars to the channel will know my passion for all things 007. If you were wanting to see any other 1/6 scale figure reviews of Big Chief Studios 007 characters and stuff like that, check out the homepage. And we'll also be putting a link to the preview of the Tux version of this figure at the end of this preview as well, if you're wanting to take a look at that. But what they have offered us now, since picking up the license for 007 at the same time as Amazon did, is another Daniel Craig. Now, I'm going to say from the get-go here, it would have been nice to see Hot Toys maybe go a little bit retro, maybe go back to the beginning, giving us a Sean Connery figure or something like that. But, you know, it's the Hot Toys business model. They've got to milk the IP for all it's worth. So what we're kicking off with are two Daniel Craig figures. We've got the Tux version, as I mentioned, and this brand new one, the Commando Outfit. So let's take a look at what Hot Toys are offering us, and we'll start with the first shot. Let's have a look at it. And the first shot we've got here is pretty much from the end of the movie itself, where Bond is blown up. And I'm going to say as well from the get-go here, I am not the biggest fan of No Time to Die. It is not my most preferred of Bond movies, let's put it that way. You just don't kill Bond. Bond doesn't die. It's as simple as that. They broke the cardinal rule there, as far as I'm concerned. And as a movie, it's not got the most character. It's a bit of a soulless action and doesn't quite work for me. I do like Daniel Craig as Bond. I think Casino Royale and films like Skyfall are absolutely amazing. And I will be no doubt getting one, if not both, of the versions of Daniel Craig. However, just not my personal favourite film, but Bond, most certainly one of my personal favourite characters. But yeah, the shot itself, let's have a look at this. It's, as I say, from the end of the movie where he dies, in inverted commas, and we've got him looking off into the distance there at the explosion, and we get our first look at the outfit itself. And I've got to say as well from the get-go, lots of get-goes here, there was something not quite right about the Tux version for me, or at least the shots, the first shots of Hot Toys Tux version. There was something wrong with the body. It did, the head, the way it worked with the body, the whole thing was a bit incongruous and didn't look right. It looks like Hot Toys may have addressed that issue here, and to me they've nailed the proportions, and it's looking a lot more lifelike. But let's get close on this, and you've got that white rag and bone Henley shirt going on there. You've got the braces and the combat pants. I'm liking the look of this a lot. The stitch work on that Henley shirt looks really, really nice. We've got blood stains, we've got weathering going on there. We've even got the Doo-Doo Bunny, which is tucked into one of the braces there, which is a nice addition. And you can actually buy a Doo-Doo Bunny if you're that way inclined, if you want a replica Doo-Doo Bunny. But that's a different story altogether. The combat pants, the cargo pants, looking very, very good. I would expect the weapons, the clothing to be of the same high standard that we see from Hot Toys. I mean, after all, they've had enough practice. And yeah, the stitch work on that Henley shirt looks really nice. The material looks in proportion with the stitch work looking good around the collar. All looks on point. Nice to see these forearms. They've got vein work, muscularity going on in there. We've got the Seamaster on the left there. The material and the stitch work in the combat pants looks absolutely on point, with those pockets and that holster, and that head sculpt. Yes, difficult to see from this distance. We've got some battle damage going on there by the looks of it, on the forehead and on the cheek area. We'll get close on this head sculpt, because regulars to the channel will know that there was something off about the Tux version head sculpt for me. Something was awry in there. Maybe Hot Toys have addressed it in this version. Who knows? Let's move on to the next shot and take a look. Next shot, right, we are close up now. Same look again, Henley white shirt, and we've got those Miltech tactical gloves there. So I'm assuming we're going to get gloved and ungloved hands, maybe just gloved hands. Maybe the all shot at the end will tell us. We'll wait till we get there. But we're seeing that blood spatter on the shirt there, looking really nice. And straight away, this head sculpt, Mr. Go Figure size. This particular shot looks off to me the same way the Tux version did. And I have been racking my brains over the past few weeks trying to nail it down what's awry with this head sculpt. Now, it's not the hair. The hair looks excellent, the style is right, those individual strands are picked out, the color's right, that's on point. The battle damage here looks very, very good. Those scratches on the cheek are movie accurate. That bruising on the forehead looks very, very well done. The eyes look good, if not 100% perfect. It's something in this shot, in the mouth area, I think, around here, that just looks a little bit goofy to me. It doesn't look quite right. And we had that with, as I say, some of the shots of the Tux version. So yeah, I'm not altogether sure about this. And it also beggars the question as well, have Hot Toys reused the same head sculpt? Now, I've put them side by side before making this preview, and I'm struggling to see any differences. I could be wrong, it could be an all new head sculpt. If it's not, then this could teeter on the cash grab edge there a little bit, but it looks very, very similar. The only differences I can really tell, and there is a lot of variance between these photos, we've got to remember that, but the only difference I can really see here is in that battle damage from this and in this particular shot anyway, this and the Tux version. But let's move on. Now, this is where things get blown up again. Hot Toys have a tendency to do this. I think this is a phenomenal shot. This, to me, and I'm actually gonna zip back at this point if I can. That head sculpt, to me, is a totally different head sculpt to that one. They look completely different. Yeah, this one I think is phenomenal. It really, really is. The mouth is absolutely on point. That head sculpt is pretty much nailed on as far as I can see. In fact, that could be a still from the movie if you sort of squint from a distance. That's just my opinion though, don't hang the messenger. The hair looks great, the furrows in the forehead, the skin texturing looks absolutely on point, as does the paint application. We're getting our first close-up look at the battle damage, really nice. Those 3 scratches, as I mentioned, that bruise on the forehead. And we're also, for the first time as well, seeing that end peel army sweater and looking absolutely screen accurate. The stitch work looks great on those shoulder pads, the colour is right and screen accurate. And we're also getting our first look at what I believe is the CQB carbine here. I think that's the CQ carbine. If I'm getting that wrong, correct me in the comment section below. But as I say, Hot Toys, past masters at 1/6 scale weaponry, so I'm expecting the usual high standard here. And we've also seen that sort of carry-all that he's got over his shoulders there with the grenades on it, looking very nice. But the big point here for me is that head sculpt is phenomenal, and that one isn't. So what the hell's going on here? I don't know. Let's move swiftly on. What we got next? We're back to the Henley white shirt, and we're seeing for the first time, more close up at least anyway, that weathering on the shoulder area, that weathering in the elbow area, those blood spatters, the doo-doo bunny's back. Liking those braces, they're looking very good. And the detailing on those combat pants as well, and a little bit closer up on that detail on the forearms as well. Nice musculature in there and vein work, which is great to see. And the Seamaster, the standard Seamaster that we come to expect with Bond on the left wrist. And once again, this head sculpt shot looks different. This is sort of somewhere in between the other two that we just looked at, and how to confuse an old man, Hot Toys. This one looks better than the first one, but maybe not quite as good as the third one, or the second one rather. So really, I think I'm gonna have to wait to get these in hand. But yeah, I'm assuming we've got the purse system here because we've got the eyes looking off to the left. It's a really nice shot. Getting close to that battle damage, and I'm really liking the detailing on that scratching on the forehead, looking very good. We've got a hint of 5 o'clock shadow going on. Once again, nice to see. and overall, proportionally and scale-wise, it's just working better for me than the Tux version. So let's move on to the next one. Action shot. Okay, we've got him carrying the CQB carbine there. Once again, Dudu's on the go, stepping forward, head down to the, looking down to the left there. And excellent looking head sculpt this time. Maybe something still niggling me in that mouth area, but overall, excellent head sculpt. Proportionally, we look like we've got the right musculature for Daniel Craig in the movie. The CQB carbine in full shot there with the double magazines, detailing looking great. Like I say, as we come to expect, and those tactical gloves there, all looking very good. Liking that shot a lot. I'm assuming we're going to have the full range of posability and articulation in the figure. That is a cracking shot. Let's move on to the next one. And another action shot with the carbine. This time tilted off at an angle, like he's set up and ready to go. And we can see these combats for the first time as well, and the detailing on there, and that they are looking phenomenal. But I would expect nothing less from Hot Toys with all the pocket work, all the holster work. I'm assuming these are going to be sort of nylon, possibly canvas material, and then with nylon strapping. We've got these sort of leather effect areas. I'm hoping that these aren't going to wear, but these are where the braces are attaching to the top of the pants themselves. And yeah, that's looking really nice. Just an area for wear there though, if it isn't leather, which I'm assuming it won't be. Shirt once again looking great. Yeah, not much else to say about this that we haven't already said, but we're getting a decent view of that Seamaster. And once again, that head sculpt is looking great. Got a couple of light sources going on here from the left and the right, but yeah, it's looking like a step up, as I say, from the Tux version. So let's zip on to the next one. Now, there's a couple of shots coming up because I've had a quick flick through them before recording this, and this is, I think, is a phenomenal shot. This could be a still lifted from the movie for me. This is where this head sculpt really does come into its own. And let's start with that battle damage on the forehead. I mean, I know it's something simple, but the detailing on that, the realism of that scratching on the forehead is great there. The furrows in the eyebrows, the sort of the bags under the eyes and the creases in the face, skin tones, textures, paint applications, phenomenal. That, I think, is an excellent shot. And once again, we're seeing that that end peel army sweater looking really nice. Colours on point, stitch works great. And all the detailing looks excellent, but it's this head sculpt, it's the variances in this head sculpt from picture to picture that have got me confused. But let's move on to the next one. Now, this is my personal favourite shot of all of the shots that Hot Toys have released. I think it's phenomenal. I think it really is. There's not an awful lot going on in it, but it really does highlight the quality of that head sculpt when you light it right and shoot it right. Camera's obviously down, looking up at the figure itself, and little going on other than him looking off into the foreground. But in this one, that whole mouth area, to me, looks different at the bottom than that other shot that we looked at. Once again, another alteration here. So we're varying from sort of 70% up to 90-95% here in between shots, which is unusual. But we're seeing that vein work in the forehead there as well. The eyes look the right colour, nice and glassy, and overall, yeah, superb shot. So yeah, it doesn't help with my confusion though. Let's move on to the last shot. It's the all shot that we always see with Hot Toys. All these shots we've pretty much seen before in the previous photos. There's that action shot there, a close-up of that last shot that we looked at, and we've got a couple of original shots, as it were, here of full-length shots. It would have been nice to see these actually included with this set of photos. This may not be the full set of photos. There may be more on Sideshow's website, so check that out. But I'm liking the proportional look in these two full-length body shots here, far better than the Tux version. So I'm going to have to lean in and squint at this because it's quite a small shot. But yeah, we've got the purse system going on there. We've obviously the two styles of look with the removable sweater. That's looking like we're getting both the the Walther and the Beretta there, which is nice to see. The carbine there, the backpack, the grenades, the Seamaster, and he's coming with a pair of sunglasses as well by the looks of it, which is great to see. And we're getting the same backdrop by the looks of it as well, that swap out diorama backdrop that we got with the Tux version. I'm assuming that's going to be card, and it simply slots into the back of the base itself. And then there's an array of hands there. Yeah, we are getting gloved and ungloved hands, which is fantastic to see. And different ways of displaying him here. I'm not sure what that is. Is that something to do with the boots there, where it's saying alternative display styles, or whether that's referring to the actual backdrop itself and how you can use the stand? But overall, this is an odd one for me. I was most certainly on the fence about the Tux version. And hoping that they went back to the drawing board regarding the proportions and the head sculpt. This is even weirder, because what we've got going on here are pictures that vary in the head sculpt department anyway, from looking phenomenal in my opinion to looking iffy. So I'm, as I said there before, very confused Mr. Go figure. Personally, I'm much preferring this look here. As I said at the top there, it's not my preferred movie. However, the way this figure is coming off in these photos, I think most certainly I'm erring towards the Commando look rather than the Tux look. And I know the Tux look is a classic look. It most certainly is more in keeping with the Bond legend. But as far as proportions go and as far as head sculpt go, I think this one might have got it beaten, and it's going to be interesting to find out whether that is a reused head sculpt between the pair of them. So there you have it, folks. That is Hot Toys' take on the Commando outfit James Bond from No Time to Die. What are your thoughts? This is important. What are your thoughts? Am I getting this completely wrong? Is the Tux version better? Is that variance between the head sculpts here me and how I'm perceiving it? Do you think there are going to be two head sculpts and that they're not reusing the first one? What are your thoughts on the movie? What are your thoughts on Daniel Craig? What are your thoughts on anything at all? Nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. I will be fascinated to hear your take on this. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, we've got more new figure reviews. We've got stuff from InArt, from Hot Toys, from Caustic Plastic, Exo6, Present Toys, Susu Toys, Iconic Studios, the list goes on. We have retro reviews, we have showcases, we have statues and quarter scale figures. We have all manner of stuff coming up on the channel. So, as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale goodness we've got coming up. And I suppose all it remains for me to say is, from Hot Toys' take on Daniel Craig and myself, as always, a massive thank you for watching. And until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.